We do best.
And now it's time to start the show with Bl'Artagnan, Type Zoey, and Raw Life. This is the Lifestream.
Yes, it is. Welcome to the live stream, episode 21. I am Raw Life. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We've got a big, gigantic, huge show with content tonight. How exciting is that? Can I get some hype in the chat? We got a content drop during the live stream. Who knows what could happen? This is gonna be wild in the streets tonight. And the Three Musketeers are back together. Blart, talk to the people.
Hello, people. How you doing tonight? Feeling excited. We got Jegran to look forward to. Isn't that great? We're not going to get into it just yet, but I am feeling very good. My wife and I we spent the past 6 hours binging Downton Abbey, and I'm feeling really British. Luckily, it hasn't affected my accent or anything, because that would just make a fool out of myself trying to do a fake British accent. I can't imagine doing something like that.
Oi!
But
Oi, you what, mate?
Oh my god. No one's even spent points on it. But anyway, I'm doing just great. Zoey, how you been? Feels like it's been a second. You doing all right?
I am doing well. I have lifted a lot of boxes today, but I'm tired and ready to kick back and stream some. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you guys. This just feels good. We got an event coming up. We got a boat. Everybody loves a boat or a ship. You know, transportation as a character.
Big public transit fans in the chat.
Yeah, can I get some hype in the chat? Oh, posture check by Eamon. Thank you so much, Eamon. Welcome everyone in the chat. I see Cross 13. I see Dave. I see Goose, Mark, Crystal Chronicles, Sky Splits. It's Noise. Thank you guys. Yeah, welcome. We got content in about 14 minutes. Hey, look at that. That is money laundering at its best. Bl'Artagnan. Bl'Artagnan has subscribed to his own channel. Thank you so much, Bl'Artagnan. You want to say anything about that, Blart?
I got free sub with Prime, so I figure why the hell not? This means I have access to this wonderful Raw Life Lady emote.
You're welcome. Yeah, put one in the
Drop
chat.
that in the chat real quick.
Yeah,
That's my favorite hype emote. My favorite Raw Life is Suffering emote. Could be yours for the low price of whatever it costs to sub on this platform. And we're working on expanding that, but we'll get there one day.
Eventually.
Could be for the low price of free if you have a Prime sub to drop. So it could be completely free. But it is my favorite as well. It's me screaming. I do a lot of screaming. We got 14 minutes till the 13 now till the event. So everything that happened in the last week in DFFOO in 13 minutes. Who's ready for a speed run?
I
do
love speed runs, and you're very talented. You're speed running through the Pixel remasters right now, so you better use that in this recap.
Hey, that's true. I am. I'm almost done with 5. Someone just died. If you played 5, you know who died. Well, a lot of people are dying, but
I'm so mad that I missed getting to see that.
Yeah,
you're getting solicited to pity Jegran Burst as well in the chat by
that's
Mr. Mark.
No, thank you, Mark of the Crystal Chronicles, our favorite and your favorite DFFOO podcast is in chat, trying to goad me into spending gems on BT I don't want. However, I don't have a million gems. Mark does. So if you want to see someone pity a burst they don't want, that's going to be Mark, because he has a million gems. So he can pity pretty much anyone. I will, before we get into what happened last week, you guys remember I pitied Gaius. What do you say, Bart?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you guys what. If we get 100 subs tonight, I will I did the math, and I'll be comfortable pitying Jegran and greening him if we get 100 subs tonight.
Hey, we got.
It's,
It's completely unrealistic,
pretty
and
crazy bar, but
it's
I
a
think that
very
speaks
absurd
to
bar.
our hype for Jegran, which is pretty non-existent, I would say.
Marcus calling out. He's saying, "Don't be a baby like other people. Give us the dollar amount. That's the dollar amount. If you can get us to, if we can get 100 subs tonight, and that's including the one I just tossed in there. Just I'll give you that one for free. We will. Then I will make a video pulling and greening Jegran BT. So this is, don't let your dreams be dreams. Strive for greatness.
For the low price of $495, you too can give Blart Jegran.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy to see that someone else is picking up the slack. I mean, I put my life on the line and my gyms on the line last week and ended up with a green Caius, which I am furious about. And I don't know.
You're so mad.
I don't know if anybody has seen around the Discords this week. I ended up yesterday having a great day, relaxing, just chilling, having a calm, a relaxing time listening to Blart's DFFOO pool videos. Soraya the Ranger, thank you so much. But I decided let's throw my daily ticket at Pinello because I don't have Pinello's LD still. Caius BT. That's right. I've got the screenshots to prove it. I free pulled, daily ticketed Caius BT a week after I pitied it. So this beer's for me. 98 more subs, and you'll get Blart to pity Jegran. I'm gonna do some co-ops until the event goes live. So Maggie, some girl, thank you so much for the subscription. That is our champion mod. Sometimes co-host. Some girl, thank you so much. What did happen? We're almost out of time now. We got 10 minutes. What happened in the last week? I mean,
Bart here.
We got the Ida fight. That is one thing that happened, which I am currently running, actually. So...
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do... I don't think I'm doing the... Am I doing it?
No, you're doing Jegran fight on the...
No, I mean the co-op. If you guys are...
Oh, the co-ops, okay.
If you guys are my friends in the game, check your game, because I'm about to do some co-ops until the event drops. But Ida came out. People are ignoring Ida, or else they're pigeonholing her into a certain combo we won't speak of. But
It's in the title. I think we've already spoken about it.
Ida does stuff.
I mean, Ida does stuff, but honestly, it's not very good stuff. I gotta be real. Ida, I was looking at Ida, and I was like, Ida kind of sucks.
See, I'm the baseline lowest level of mental DFFOO player. So I, on the other hand, was using Ida just in like synergy for like doing the CQ and stuff, and I was like, wow, these numbers are so big damage.
Are they really though? Are the numbers really that
she
big?
was doing like 700k split across it, or not split, but
on the LD, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What about
I would
the rest
never.
of the time?
The rest of the time, the enemies were dead already because it was chaos.
Right.
Fight.
Yes, because
So
chaos fight.
I can't really. Oh shit! I just chose to start that Lufania Plus instead of doing a co-op. Anyway, did you guys pull Ida? Zoey?
I did pull Ida, actually. I got her pretty cheap. I got her like 100 tickets. I have not used her yet because, to my dismay, she was not summon boarded when I pulled her. So that means I have been lazy and neglected her. But she looks okay. I think she's kind of weird in that it's a weird choice to have like a consecutive turn break unit giving an HP poison. I don't really know what the design space behind that was, but I guess, I don't know. I think they're, like, Mino and I were talking about this, and I guess they're literally trying to translate the monk stuff from FF14, but for DFFOO kits, it's kind of a weird combo, but she seems okay. She doesn't seem like anything super special. Without the Ida Roth cheese, which is very boring to me and not something I can see myself doing, so I'll see if I use her or not, but I was just getting antsy to pull because it'd been like a month for me, so I'm sure she'll be fun and I'll use her in a couple places. What about you, Blart?
I skipped Ida pretty hard. The most attractive thing about her for me was the idea of her being like a really good quality of life co-op button, like just a called. Because like Ross said, the LD does do a ton of damage AoE, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, like she's a rebreak. She's a rebreak character. Like her big gimmick aside from the fact that she has HP poison, which is basically a flavor thing.
Like a ribbon, yeah.
Yeah, is her big gimmick is she does is that she can do infinite free turns on break, but they're not really infinite, short of Ida Roth. And so you really but she can't generate unbreaks or rebreaks, whatever you want to call them. Like you look at Jekt or Arden or something. I feel like in a vacuum, outside of specific setups like Ida Roth, a character like Arden or like Jekt is actually going to get more free turns in a regular fight than she is, because with her it's like, okay, free turn, break the eye, free turn, AA or whatever, free turn the next guy. Like that's you could do that once or twice throughout the fight maybe, but like I don't know, it just feels weak to me.
She can chain them a little more than you're saying, because she's got some single target. She's got some single target skills, like her snap punches. I think it's a triple dump after she uses her special break punch thing, and that's single target brave hits. So she can kind of like, because of the way her consecutive turns work, and she pushes herself up again after the break. So she can, like, if you have two enemies unbroken, you can do the combo twice in a row, basically, which is not terrible damage. It's pretty good, but it's not going to be up 100% of the time compared to a character like Jekt, who is Blind Eyes graciously showing us on the stream at the moment in a co-op where he is in synergy.
Out of synergy. At
Who
least
needs tokens anyway?
That's the thing. I think that's
dedication right there. But like, I think it doesn't feel as good to not have, like, it's a Palom problem. It doesn't feel as good not to be able to generate the breaks on your own when you want to.
Exactly. So she can't generate the combos on her own, and then on top of that, Cosmic Poo's here. Oh my god.
Oh my man. Real quick.
I never would have set that goal if I knew he was here.
Real quick. I need you in chat. It's no for ice. Let us know how it's pronounced, because
I don't want to keep butchering that. I think it's no ace is my guess.
No ace. All right. Well, it's no ace with the sub.
That's my guess, but let's let them clarify for us, because
let us know
that has happened a couple times.
We appreciate you so much. And then the #1 of all time, biggest sub donor of the channel, Cosmic. This one's for Cosmic. I'm gonna chug this with five gifted subs. We're gonna get Jegran tonight. We're only 90 subs away. 91
subs away. Oh, no force. Got it.
That
that's
makes obvious.
A ton of sense.
That's obvious, Zoey. How did you not know that? It's no force.
I'm like goggles for Ace. I don't know. I just love my boy. I see him everywhere.
Leaf Blade in the chat. What's up, Leaf Blade? Bind, I thank you so much for bringing that, Jekt, and Bard, actually, thank you for bringing Ida and trying to show her off. I got Ida. I don't know anything about her. I'm not going to put any sense into that discussion, because I don't know, and I just see big numbers go boom, and it's, that's cool with me. If I'm going to do a chaos anytime soon, I might bring Ida.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the LD does damage, and she can put numbers. I just look at her and I say to myself, why am I bringing her over Jekt, over Arden, over Lightning, over even Golbez? Like, why am I bringing this damage dealer when I could be bringing, who basically just brings damage as her sole thing, versus BT characters who are going to bring more damage because BT characters are what they are. You can look at and this is compared to like a Lena or a Maria or another LD only character who actually brings stuff outside of just damage that is BT damage.
Pure LD only character damage dealers are rough at this point in the game, with Burst Plus being the significant power boost that it is. But for those no burst runs, I'm sure she can be a good option for all you challenge runners out there. I'm sure you can get some Ida mileage going.
Yeah, we'll see. I better see Ida.
Better see those Ida sagas. Oh god, I love RBK for introducing that stream into the lexicon.
Sky Splits with the 100 bits. Blart trying to figure out the transfer, or the wait, what is it called?
Exchange rate.
Exchange rate when you go to another country. Trying to figure out the exchange rate. But thank you, Sky Splits. We're in a hype train. I don't know what it means. Blart, I'm pretty sure doesn't know what it means. Zoey may know. It's a train, and it will things will go on the screen.
You can earn badges for contributing, which is of questionable value, but I will not dissuade you from it.
This one's for Cosmic and Mino, because he said hydrate. I just asked people for co-op. Can somebody join a co-op again? We got room for one more before the event drops, and who's gonna voice Jegran? Oh, so Maggie said I didn't invite anyone. So that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Who's gonna voice Jegran? Because obviously we're gonna do voices for all the characters, right?
Yeah, no, that's why the people are here. They want to hear us voice act the story cutscenes, which you professed yourself to love.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Well,
it's cold. It's so cold. Um,
I feel like as the tree aficionado, Blart should do Jegran personally, or
Okay.
Jegran.
Yeah, I could do Jegran.
I saw
Oh my
X-Death is
God.
in here too. X-Death is in here too, and before the event drops and we have some.
Yeah, it's like it's
I do have
FF5
to
and
say some.
Crystal Chronicles, I think.
Yeah, I do have to bone to pick in public with my co-host Blart. You're an
Oh my
X-Death
God.
fan, right? Cross
I am-
13 in the chat. Check out Historia Crux on Tuesday nights. Yoshi Pasta in the co-op. Look at all of our friends coming out. Check his
Buddy.
YouTube out. But Blart, I have got to a certain point in Final Fantasy V, and I'm not going to spoil the 20-year-old game.
Yeah, no, I know what you're gonna get.
Is there like, I mean, you don't care? You don't have any heart in your body? And you're an X-Death fan for what? For why? Why?
He's a great. Here's the thing. I think he's a great and compelling villain. I think he says "ha ha ha" a lot, which is tremendous.
Yeah, no, do it. That's not what he says.
have
What does he really
have-
say? Blart, come on.
But
What does he say?
I have to ask: have you gotten to the part with him and the turtle yet?
The turtle.
Because that's also very good. That's extremely good content when you get to the part
Yeah.
with him. And I know you got to the part with the turtle, but there's a part later with him and the turtle, and it's very good.
No, I haven't got there yet, but
Okay, you'll get there. That's also extremely good stuff. Highly compelling, extremely narratively driven content that I think you're going to enjoy. I mean, like he has the cool animations, he has the cool gravity things. He goes, whenever he does his attack. It's great.
yeah, he did it.
So I think he's great. That being said, I'm dead. I missed the scene that you're talking about because that scene made me. Gallup's actually probably my favorite character who isn't a meme lord, like my favorite actual character.
Yeah.
And that scene is the reason why. So I'm sad that I missed it.
Bart so far in this game has, I don't know if it was the translations, but he said oh golly geez.
Yes, that sounds right.
He comes off as a bit of a chotch. Is that true? I mean, why is he the way that he is?
Oh my god.
Where I would put it is like most Final Fantasies are designed to be kind of these somewhat edgy, somewhat slightly philosophical, a little bit broody RPG games for like broody teenagers. Final Fantasy V is designed to be like a shonen anime, except for like 5-year-olds.
True.
So I think that kind of informs the translation and the style.
Okay.
It also, I think, tells you a lot about me as a person in terms of it being.
Yeah, he does make a lot of the same jokes that I would expect you to. Before the event starts, got to shout out Yoshi Pasta for his green art in that co-op. You're a brave soul. Yoshi Pasta has a lot of Arden clears. Hobo Jesus on his YouTube. Check that out. Some people, like, we're about to talk about Jegran, so this will be a good segue. Some people, if you love a character, doesn't matter if they're good, if they're bad. You're going to pull them. You're going to green them. You're going to do what you want because they're your favorite character. We love that. Always support.
I don't think that applies to Jegran, actually. I don't think there's many Jegran favorites.
That's true. If Jegran,
I have words about this, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Blart kind of do some damage here as we get the event started. I'm gonna do a pull, but
Tree envy.
I really think it's based on the fact that they're both trees. I did find out in FF5 last night that X-Death is like a tree. Like I thought it was like some sort of metaphor. Like he's a tree. He's ancient and he's grown from the like no spoiler warning. X-Death is a tree. Like he was born a tree.
How the fuck is tree a metaphor?
Oh my god.
Like,
Well,
what is that a
he's saying
metaphor?
it's
Who
not.
says that? Who
It's
says
not.
who says, "Hey, you're a tree" as a metaphor?
Well, it's not. That's the point. He thought it was a metaphor, and
He
turns
thought
out
it was
it's
a
not.
metaphor, though.
We are.
He
Thought
thought
it
it
was
for
explained as a
years.
metaphor, but it was never.
I thought it was. A tree could be a metaphor. Strong, tall, ancient tree. But I mean, are you guys
Maybe
gonna
you know what a metaphor is?
So like Golbez is a tree then?
No, Golbez is
Metaphorically speaking, I guess it
Golbez
could
is
be
a
based on
moon.
what Rod's saying.
Golbez
Yeah, but
is
who
a
would say
moon.
that? Who would say that? What normal English-speaking person would say that?
All right, let me just tell the chat because you guys may or may not know Mino. Based on who's in here, everyone does know Mino. Mino is in a violent rage because his least favorite game that he, for some reason, spends about 60 hours a week playing is shut down right now. So Mino is very hurt. If we could get some happy thoughts from Mino in chat, he's very hurt right now. So he's gonna be acting out, and just everybody treat him with kid gloves tonight, okay? He's very hurt, and he hasn't hit purple. So
I free pulled 8LD.
wait, you
nice.
Yeah. I'm very happy about
did?
that.
Hey, Treevoid, we got another X-Death fan. Treevoid's 3
Thank you,
months.
Treevoid. All the trees coming out in support against
months.
Jegran.
Tree gang.
Blart.
Damn, I have free pulled like 10 characters since Lufenia Plus started. I'm the luckiest hoe.
Wait, you didn't have 8?
No, 8 was before me, like way before me.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was early.
All right, I'm gonna do my multi-draw, and then we're gonna talk about Jegran. Blart has
Gron.
what's his name? Jurgen.
Jegran.
Oh my god, here we go.
Jegran Klopp.
Say it one more time.
Jegran.
Jurgen.
Bergen?
Hugram.
Hugram, that's where we're at now. Hugram?
I didn't get anything. And I'm
No.
not pulling
There's
again.
2 of them, aren't there?
Is there?
Yeah, there's the 8 Kuja banner.
Oh, how fun! I don't have Kuja BT, so if there's any justice in this world, since I had to pity a BT I didn't want, then I will get the Kuja BT right here, and I have his LD, so everything will be right in the world. My favorite villain, before I pull this, I want to put some good vibes in the world. This is my favorite villain, and I will do a couple 100 tickets, maybe. Chasing the BT just because I'm full of BT. I'm full of tickets. But this is my favorite villain. Kuja is a villain on another level. He's not a tree. He's not a moon baby. He's not a giant.
Doesn't he come from like a moon or something? Some like alternate planet or something?
Well,
Garland created him.
He's like
He's an artificial life form with no PP.
Oh,
So he doesn't have a baby?
kick him! Kick him! Kick him!
Wait,
This
does
is
he have
a
butt?
PG show. Oh God. I'm just gonna do the pull. Oh, it's gold. But
What do we
anyway,
got? What do we got?
we're going to try to speed run the event so that we can do the Lufania on stream before time runs out on us. But everyone's getting a little bit LD boards for Kuja. Kind of becomes a worse Bart's.
That's
Blart.
a little reductive. Kuja's not amazing, but Kuja does have damage, which Bart's does not really have.
He's a different Bart. I'd say his main weakness is that Bart's came out like several months earlier, and people probably already have Bart's and therefore don't need Kuja as much.
That's fair. Opportunity cost.
But Kuja brings different things to the table than Bart's does. There is a lot of overlap in so far as they boost brave damage and are enchanters.
I'm going to do 100 tickets. Just
On
for fun.
Kuja, right? Not on Jegran? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
There's no chance that I get his BT, but it'd be great if I just Luxacked it. So Kuja gets some stuff, but the new man of the hour, the boat. I'm a boat. Jurgen. Blart, tell us about Jurgen. Tell us how you feel.
So, oh my god, I feel terrible because Gavilan just showed up, and I know he's going for Jegran. So I'm sorry, Gabby. Jegran kind of sucks, and I'm not the first person to say this, and I know I won't be the last. But the thing is, here's the thing: to understand why Jegran sucks, you have to understand how damage works in this game. The character's floor is dictated by how hard they hit, how big their brave damage numbers are when they do a hit. And Jegran has that in spades. He's going to be doing those rainbow attacks. He's going to be hitting real hard. That part is cool, but the ceiling is the important part nowadays because it basically comes down to how many dumps a character has, how much HP damage they can push out. That's why launches are so good. Range is so nuts because a normal launch adds 2 dumps to an attack. He takes a attack and then adds like 5 dumps to it with a launch, which is nuts. Jegran has the boosted floor with the rainbows, but then he has, oh my god, Chris is here. The raid party of 44.
Chris with 44. Shout out Chris.
So,
Canonically my favorite DFFOO streamer. Blart is in the middle of a Jegran raid. If you love Jegran, warning, he's being honest. He's being objective. If it's your favorite character, go ahead. But this is just real. This is just what you got to know if you're considering Jegran. Keep going, Blart.
So-
Sorry.
Breaking down Jegran, before we get to his follow-up, which is the bread and butter of his kit, his base skills suck. His skill 1 is a single target double dump. His skill 2 is a split AoE single dump. So that's already like really doo-doo skills. Those are Cosmos level skills on their own. I think the EX is a AoE double dump, which is passable. We can let it go. It's not full AoE, which would be nice, but whatever. The follow-up is the reason people are talking, because that's a 4-hit done twice, double dump with the rainbow numbers. The problem is, so he's doing it's like what, 6 dumps or whatever, when his debuff is at 3 stacks on his turn. So it's not happening every turn. It's happening on some turns. You have to build up to it for him to do passable damage. On the regular turns, he's doing garbage damage. And they'll say, Blart, it's okay. You can green him. And if you green him, then his stacks stay up all the time. And so every time it's his turn, he'll always, for those 12 turns, have his follow-up. And I'll say, that's cool. Now he's doing okay damage, reasonable damage. The dumps are still pretty meh, and in order to maximize them, you need to really jack up his HP damage more than he already has. So you're going to need to run 1 or 2 other BTs beside his own to get his damage to a place where it's pumping out good numbers, even with that regular follow-up. Plus, you have to spend the resources to actually green him on top of the fact that you're using him, because he doesn't provide any utility or value to the team other than pure damage. And we know damage is utility, but when we say damage is utility, we mean exceptional damage. We mean Tifa cutting 30 turns off a run back when she came out. Or we're talking about, Jekt BT cutting a run in half because of how much raw damage he pumps out. Jegran is going to be doing reasonable damage for the cost of having to green him and the cost of having a character who he's not going to be doing turn rate shenanigans stuff. He's not going to be doing free turn stuff. He's not going to be bringing insta break delays. He doesn't buff the enemies. He doesn't provide party auras. All he does is hit pretty hard in an age where everyone kind of already hits pretty hard without having a ceiling that is going to be really wowing you. Even Golbez is doing a few million damage. He'll do 1 million damage on an LD with proper setup. Jegran can do that too, from what I'm kind of guesstimating, but you're going to require a lot to make that happen. And that's why Jegran sucks. It's
Agreed.
not that you can't use him in content. It's that if you use him, you have to say to yourself, why am I using him over any other character? And you have to also spend 3 BT ingots to get him to a point where you can use him in place of other characters.
Right.
Does that make sense? That's kind of where I'm going to leave.
No, that exactly is what leading into what I was going to say is the cost to benefit ratio. Again, we're going to preface it with, if he's your favorite, you love Jegran, for some reason, you have a Wii still set up, you play your Crystal Chronicles game, you're one of 3 people who played it, congrats, that's great. Pull him, always green your favorites, always pity your favorites, that's great. However, if you are a player of DFFOO who, this is a new damage-dealing BT who's coming out, don't do this. Stay away from this guy. The cost of the resources to get him, just pulling his BT or tokening his BT. Already you're in deep. Greening him because he's not going to be worth shit unless you green and blue him. All the resources before you even start using him, it's a lot. And then when it comes to what he does, his damage per turn, which is what he is, he's a DPS. Why would you use him against anyone else who will cost less? Zac right now is doing heavy damage properly supported. Sure, Jegran can do good damage, but Machina is coming up. They crushed all of our content together, so he's coming up really soon. But Machina's coming up. Noel's coming up. Locke after that. I mean, there's no reason.
And even compared to characters who you already have. That being said, by the way, folks who Chris brought over here, I just want to say, as we were getting started, I promised to pity and green Jegran if we get 100 subs, and we're 10 subs into that. So just that's something fun that we can stretch to.
Nice
really
plug,
feel
Blart.
Yeah.
Just making me kind of grumpy after giving that spiel. I've been thinking all day about what I was going to say about this doofus, and feeling bad about it, because I know there are people who either the Crystal Chronicles fans, from what I've seen, are very passionate about the game, and so I want them to enjoy themselves, and so I feel bad when they are suffering. They all seem like good people, the ones I've met, and so it's man, why do they got to do them dirty like that? And now, Goose, my boy, why do you have to? Well, anyway, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Thank you so much, Goose. 5 gifted subs from Goose across the pond in foggy London town. Thank you so much, Goose. We appreciate that. Oh my God, I just saw the total. Goose has gifted 29 subs in this channel. Let's get some hype in the chat for Goose. Thank you so much, Goose. He was of 30-second and later 60-second fame. He has retired currently from content creation, but he's still in the community. He's still, playing Agrius, doing things that he likes to do. We also got
Endless things.
yeah, we got a couple of follows from people from the raid. Thank you so much. We do this every Monday night. We're more of like a talk show. We're like a DFFOO talk show. We do some
Like a
runs,
casual stream, kind of. Do a lot of gameplay on stream.
a lot of gameplay. I am, luckily for you, if this is your first time, I will be the one to tell you I'm the best DFFOO player in the world. Where's my camera? There's been research done. There's been polls taken.
Lots of science done.
And when science has been done. And when it comes down to pure skill, I'm the best DFFOO player in the world. So you've stumbled upon this stream every Monday night. We do this. We giggle. Soraya the Ranger's given 5. We're going to pity Jegran tonight. We're pitying your room. Let's go. Thank you, Soraya the Ranger. Also,
Still can't say his name right.
I just said it. Rurgum. Hukram.
Raw Life, let me give you some exclusive Mino research
Can somebody
that I was saving for this podcast.
1 second, Mino. Can somebody get their finger on the mute button for Mino just in case it goes south? All right, Mino, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So I was actually, I always like to do the footwork, the legwork, and before the podcast. And there's always so much data to cover. I might as well throw you a bone. I talked to a lot of people who were talking about pitying and greening Jegran, right? Or have done it in JP. So I've collected like a list of reasons of why people would want to pull and invest in such a character, right? And these are like actual opinions I've got in response because I want to represent both sides. You want to we're going into this a little biased. Let's be honest. You said Blart was reviewing objectively, but all 4 of us were pretty biased against Jegran, right?
Yeah,
like we all think he's a passionate character.
I don't think I was going to be very positive.
So I wanted to gather objective or the other side opinions of why people really like Jegran, and like on this list, some of the responses are, I have a gambling problem. I play JP and I can't read, so I don't understand good kits and bad kits. I play GL and I can't read, so I don't understand good kits and bad kits. And also, I'm just such a dull, empty person that I need to loudly shout contrarian opinions to feel special or grab attention.
All valid takes.
These are like actual takes for anyone who's ever pulled or invested in Jegran.
Oh my God, the violence.
Lordy.
I will say again, if he's your favorite for some reason, go ahead. But Mino's not wrong. This dude sucks. This dude sucks bad. And
so Jegran also comes into this weird place for me where I don't know what exactly they're doing with the kits that are coming out in this like late Lufenia plus part before C90, where, okay, you're making this character where his gimmick is super consistent damage because of the rainbows and the preemptive attack that happens every turn with his burst, but I think we know that new burst characters pretty much always want their burst. So that you can settle for, but they kill the reductions. Like it's not hard to cap brave damage anymore. So his whole gimmick is just useless for the upcoming content for the next few months. It just makes no sense to me that this kind of character is what they came up with right before they knew they were going to change the difficulty. And they did a much better job with Machina and Nolan Locke and these other cycle units coming up. Even Gilgamesh, like, I don't know, Jegran is just a miss, and his design space is really weird to me, given how they knew the fights were going to come out after him. And his fight is sort of tanky, but it's not a very hard fight other than that, so you don't really need him for it, and the orb is not super difficult. So, it's weird. I don't know what they were going for.
I want to point out Mark, Crystal Chronicles. He's been fighting the good fight, trying to make sure people don't fall into the hype of just another character who does damage. 75K copies of Crystal Bears sold. He's said that a couple times this week, and it really made me think. They sold 75,000 copies. That's it. That is the total number of copies of the game sold. How many of these people actually play DFFOO? Of those, how many likes the Crystal Bearers?
We're getting smaller and smaller.
Of those, this is a subset of a subset of a subset at this point, if you're keeping up. Of those, how many actually thought Jegran was a good villain? Statistically speaking, the answer is no one. He's not wrong. Mark has been fighting the good fight on this subject, and we stand behind him in solidarity. Please don't pull this guy. Please don't buy into any.
Don't make me pull this guy.
Any other hype that you're hearing. We're gonna start the event now, but Jegran.
Please just say his name right.
Jegran sucks.
It's hurting me.
I am saying his name right. You're saying it wrong. Oh, look, we got a bunch of mannequins. All right, so we got a gal mannequin, a cyan mannequin. Instead of doing the voices, because that's kind of cringy, we're just going to do some... oh, shit. Oh, he's murdering the mannequins, dude. Looks like cyan gal. Who's that guy on the knee? Is that Edge?
Edge, I think.
We're just going to do a... what's it called? Study. Like a case study of the event.
I don't think the story characters get free weapons Ryuclad, but somebody can confirm that for me.
Sometimes they do on the choco boards, but I don't think
they did that this time, it looks like.
Can check the choco boards real quick for you. But it looks like, well, they haven't come out with a Jegran choco board yet, so maybe, but it's 4 power stones. You'll live. So I would just assume you don't get one.
Why is he bullying these mannequins, man? These are just...
I think he's corrupting them to work for him, right? It's like he's crystallized them, and they're gonna be his little crystal zombies.
You know, that would have been some great mechanical stuff for him to do. Some kind of crystal zombie thing, that would have been pretty cool, instead of just like...
Sabin, Waka.
He's just going in, he's gonna just knock them all down, and mechanically, according to the game, what's going to happen after he crystallizes all of them is he gets to do a shitty rainbow follow-up attack, and that's all that happens.
Worth? I think that's worth.
I don't know for sure, but I just saw what he did to those mannequins, and it looked like it was a single dump split on 5 mannequins.
Oh,
so
he uses skill 1. Actually,
it's skill 2.
I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I do have him in my currently lost in the ethers because of my phone broke. My old phone broke. JP account. I did get Jegran's LD and his C90 upgrades, and let me just say, if you're gonna play him, make sure you get the burst, because LD only Jegran might be the most worthless character on my accounts. He does nothing.
He does nothing with his BT too, so kind of fits the story.
Also true, but at least you have a shot at using him, maybe.
So, spoilers. Like we said, only 75,000 people played the fucking game in the first place, but Jegran kills a mid-Italian. As
it was revealed in shocking fashion, despite Amit Italian's lost chapter very heavily implying their death. But one of our co-hosts, Raw Life, he was hit hard by this news.
It bothers me. Amit Italian, I love the character who's not like human in each. I love the Red 13s. I love the Quina. I love the Kimaris. Amit Italian. Turn deleter in DFFOO. Never played the game. Never would. Couldn't pay me to play it. Seems like trash fiction. But I love Amit Italian. And the fact that Jegran kills Amit Italian in their own game, it's affected me deeply. So I am a little biased against. Here he is. Against this jerk right here. Look at him. I don't even get what's the thing? What is this? What do we have? Like a dog? He's got a dog on his arm. A dog gauntlet.
It's like a lie. I don't know. Ask some Maggie. I have no idea what it is.
One wing.
I like it. Like, I think its design is bad, but I do like the gauntlet with the crystal hand under it. I think that's kind of cool, but he's ugly.
He's ugly.
Like a
He
Oompa
stinks.
Loompa on steroids.
Yeah, he doesn't do it for me, design-wise.
Even for like an Uggo villain, there's so many better choices in the series.
Now the problem is you need a Lilith character, and he's the only one
I see
who ever
he's like
exists.
the relevant one.
A
So
what? A
yeah,
what?
Lilty. That's the race Jegran is. The plant people, maybe. I don't know. There's 4 races in the Crystal Chronicles, and Jegran is one of them. So
They already made like a good plant guy. They didn't need to make a second one.
No. Even though
it's a
Xdeath
fun
did.
squad.
Look at
My
this little
faves in
crew.
here.
Look at these cute
Lil,
guys.
Lightning, like
This- This is our first stream on
a Roha. Cool.
on story, like a story chapter, so I can vent all my frustrations with the story. Onion Knight, you got a whole group of people to take over
I
the Warrior of
I
Light.
truly despise Act 3 Onion Knight, though.
I
Possibly
hate
the
it.
worst character in the game.
Really not good.
A solo rogue with the follow.
A
Thank you
solo
so much.
rogue.
Is that what it is?
Solo
A
rogue.
solo.
How do you say? What would that be? A solo?
It's a solo rogue. It's 3 words.
Oh, I was trying to
There you
combine
go.
a solo rogue.
You were
Thank
assuming
you.
it was like some weeb shit.
Thank you so much for that. I want to vent real quick. All the characters, Lightning and Garland are locked into, or not Lightning. Wait, isn't Lightning? No, Lightning's right here.
She is fine.
Warrior of Light, and Garland are locked in like an eternal battle. So the crew needed a new role life, right? Handsome, charismatic, leading the charge week in and week out, and they
chose
chose
the twerpy 12-year-old.
Onion Knight, who isn't even a character. He doesn't even the game. I just played Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster. You just have 4 of them. It isn't a character. It's a class. What meeting were they at the Square Enix group meeting Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock, drinking their coffee, and they said, "So we got to come up with a new leader. Warrior of Light is locked in eternal struggle with Garland. They need a new leader. You got Lightning. You got Squall, who's a born leader.
I think the obvious choices would have been Lightning or Cecil, personally,
Lightning.
but
I would have chosen Lightning personally. That's why I said her first. Lightning. Cecil would have been great. Zidane.
this
Zidane,
is an
hear me
interesting
out.
point to say that in contrast to Warrior of Light. But I think Wool's been more, I don't know, Onion Knight's been really annoying. I don't think Wool was ever annoying. I think he was boring sometimes, but he's never really annoying. Like, Onion Knight whines all the time, and it's not in like a way that leads to anything interesting. It's a
it's
poor,
a lot
it's a
of,
poor
like-
choice.
Yeah. It's uninspired, and it kind of makes me think of, like, the one justification I can have for it, like, in universe in the story, is like, how
They
to put it?
did set
Imagine
it up
you're
in
sitting-
Act 2.
They did set it up, but the decision making is like, well, we could make Lightning, but then the Cecil fans will be upset. We could make Cecil do it. Oh well, then the Squall fans will be upset or whatever. Well, what about Lightning? Well, yeah, no, okay, he's a good compromise. No one is if this way. No one's
No
favorite
one will be
is put there.
excited, so that
We don't have to
it's
worry
like
about
the
upsetting
game
anyone.
doesn't have a protagonist because nobody cares about Onion Knight.
Exactly. It doesn't raise any of the people who we actually care about above any of the others. Like, if Zidane was picked over Bart's, then me and Raw would have beef. If Ace got chosen over I don't know, whoever Mino likes, Eldnarch
It's
or whatever.
like a villain. I don't think Ace would be a very good choice at all. He kind of like tried to fuck them up in Act 2.
Machina. Okay, fine. If Deuce was picked over Zidane or whatever, then you and Raw would be beefing. You see what I'm saying here? Whereas like with Onion Knight, it's like, well, no one gives a shit about Onion Knight, so yeah, he's the perfect candidate. No bad blood created.
So instead of making some people happy and some people upset, they decided to make nobody happy.
Yeah.
Everyone underwhelmed.
And nobody upset. I mean, I guess
Exactly.
I see that.
It's perfect equilibrium. Everything's in balance. That's the whole theme of this game. No light, no darkness. It's just it's got to be in balance. And by that we mean no one really cares. Everyone's kind of like, oh, okay, I guess that's
motherfucker
fine.
ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Actually, speaking of lightning, some girl brings up a fun point. There was a sweat streak today.
oh my gosh, that's what I was gonna talk about. So Vanille, I don't know, do they have a bone to pick with FF13 women? Like 2 out of 3, just well, okay, I think we can count Fang, honestly, because Fang has been done dirty. Sarah, they did help out with the GL first stuff, so we'll give them a pass on Sarah, even though her LD was trash on release. But wow, Vanille and Lightning, TBD, not even known. I think I've lost hope. I think they're honestly just going to give Vanille her C90 and call it a day, because I don't know what else they're going to do at this point. Like, are they seriously going to put her on a campaign with C80? Like, there's no time for it. C80's going to end, and then Vanille's not here, so... Oh, God.
Bizarre, like, with some kind of, like, game-breaking sort of thing where, like, like, we all were looking forward to Aphmau or Lena, and so, like, they're trying to manipulate us where they wound up. I could see that. Like, it's like...
There's, like, 10 Vanille fans. What were they doing?
Yeah, like, what is the end game here? All they're doing, like, it's like, mechanically, okay, not having her hasn't really screwed us over, but,
no,
like...
it hasn't, but...
All it's really done is kind of given a middle finger to the 10 Vanille fans that are out there. And... without like a game that I can see. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're playing 4D chess here. I still think that the Balthier movement was actually very smart with the Lena thing, but that's a whole nother story. So like,
Balthier did show up on a couple of the fights. That does make sense, and then he also showed up to help the Lena fight. So that I can kind of see what they were doing with Balthier. It was a little hard to see at first why they jumped Balthier for Vanille, but it makes sense knowing that Lena had a global exclusive fight.
So that like made sense, but like with Vanille, I'm like, what is the? I mean, maybe she's gonna be super duper clutch for an upcoming fight. I don't know. It would have been.
Yes, I don't know. It's upsetting. I just really want Vanille at this point.
Yeah. Lightning also is off in the ether.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
ET+ in the game.
assumed that we were going to get a start dash realization with, like, Lightning, Cloud, Squall at the same time, so I was expecting Lightning to get screwed a little bit, but it's rough. It's rough out here to be a FF13 fan. I say as I haven't played that game. I just really like them in DFFOO. They're one of my favorite casts, the DFFOO story.
Look at my sweet, look at my sweet Uke. It just this is why I love a Mid-Italian. The EX era, deleting turns was incredible. Used her a lot.
Mid-Italian is definitely one of the best characters in this game, for sure.
Amazing. And then here comes Jegran to just murder. It's murder.
Well, the good news is DFFOO is a safe space, and we don't have to forget that many of our favorite characters are dead, especially in my case.
Indolent Lord, my fellow Zidane enjoyer, welcome. No, I didn't even get the BT, so I'm fucked. Sorry, Indolent Lord.
Fake F9 fan, honestly.
You guys are not gonna
gosh,
make me
I have to think about my burst token stuff. I think my burst tokens are running out pretty soon, and I'm gonna have to bleed some before Machina happens.
Luckily, I don't. I'm using all of mine.
There's gonna be free pull. I'm kind of so. Did we talk about the stream at all? They're rushing things a little bit with the event schedule. It's a very quick very quick turnaround for this month.
I'm going to kind of speed run this event. I will click the story. I'll kind of click through, give you a chance to read if you are wanting to read, but very quickly, and I'll get to Lufania Plus. But we're gonna try to rush it so we can get to the fight before the stream ends. But yeah, we had a stream today. Zoey kind of looks weird on the timing of stuff. What's going on?
I don't really know what's going on. I didn't watch the stream. I was just told the highlights. Thank you, some girl, as usual. But it seems like no Vanille, no Lightning, and free pulls were the highlights. Other than the rushed schedule. Like the events are coming out pretty quickly. I believe it's like a 3-week. It's kind of like they're doing everything in 3 weeks. So gonna be a bit of a breakneck, which is I guess they're just trying to speed up everything so we get a little closer to JP. I think they realize they're not gonna monetize things as well. So if this becomes the norm, I wouldn't be super surprised. Like a 3 week or 4 week, like 3 to 3.5 week type cycles instead of like
Okay.
taking 5 weeks for two cycles. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Counterpoint
Counterpoint?
here, and
Go for it.
I'm
Go for it.
gonna throw it to Blart after this.
Alright.
What if they're jamming everything together
Hmm.
to introduce a global first BT? Who knows? Hype train, get going. Start your wild, rampant speculation now.
Deal
They are-
for Cenos
they're
and Walker
making enough
Hype.
time.
Oh boy.
They're making enough space for a
Firing
global
on
first
all
BT.
cylinders.
Oh, guess what? Guess what? Anniversary coming up. What? I mean, think about it. Blart,
I will
what do
say-
you- Zoe, you go first. Sorry.
I have only one thing to say. I will say it's a non-zero chance. It is a very low one, but it's non-zero.
Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance. Blart, what do you think?
I am telling you, there's a chance.
It is. It does feel like it's been a hot second since we've had a stream where they've announced something like that's really excited us, like a curveball. Like I feel like the last really exciting stream we had, I want to say was Core. I could be mistaken. There could have been one since then, but like for the most part, all of the streams since Core have been very, routine. They've given us the schedule. We've, they've done 2 co-ops. Joshua showed us his cat. The good stuff. But we haven't really gotten like that exciting, the breaking news stuff that we've come to not expect from the stream. But every time the stream comes up, we do kind of have that pseudo.
There's usually like one topic or like some like GL first quality of life or maybe a new event. Like there's something usually.
I want to say the stream before this one they did a quality of life of some kind, I think. But it's been a hot second. So I try not to get my expectations and hopes up because then I figure that way they can be exceeded and then everybody wins.
You're always
I will say I could believe some kind of GL first exciting thing plan that they've struggled to schedule on for several months, a couple months now. Because I remember when the last stream was it was on a Sunday and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And I think it was it was a holiday thing primarily, but I think little things they've moved around have been done intentionally with design, and I could definitely see this turning into some kind of.
Hey, Asim, welcome to the stream. Glad you could catch one.
Yeah, I don't want to go as far as like a GL first BT or something, but it could be some kind of exciting event is what they're kind of planning some room for.
I will say one thing that they did for this stream that is not unheard of, but kind of awesome. If you sign in to the game New Year's Day, January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, you will get 6,000 gems. From the way that I mean that's a lot. That's a lot.
We also got confirmed there's an all LD free poll banner, so that's fun too. Maybe get some luck
That's
sacks.
a lot of stuff. Wow, nice. That is why you doing that? Why you got to be like that?
I mean, what?
Why are you like this? BC said he got 150 power stones from this. That's how he was able to enter Shinryu fine.
Yeah, exactly. Power
Jesus
Stone Apocalypse
Christ.
is coming.
Oh shit! Look at this! Look at this enemy. Is that new? What is this guy? Look at this guy. They got a new skin. What is that?
The Draco Lich that's been around since Act 1.
This guy?
Yes.
I think
It's not called a
reskin.
Draco Lich. It's called a skeletal horror.
The first one was called a Draco Lich.
It's a
Look it
reskin.
up. Google it.
A Draco Lich would be a dead dragon. You're thinking of a completely.
Look, I don't name shit either. Why is
No,
Dulahan a fucking
doesn't have
headless
to be. A
horseman,
lich
right?
is
Like,
like-
well, I don't. Yeah, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget to log in January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd because it does seem, from what Josh said, it's do that or lose or you miss out. So if you miss a day, you lose 2,000 gems. I don't know that we've ever had something that specific for that amount of gems, but if you log in, that's it. January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd.
I gotta get on that. I've been missing my dailies sometimes.
That's
I'll
a
have
good-
to put that in my calendar.
That's a lot of free gems.
It's a reward. It's like a full pull plus some. It's
Before
good.
we even get people complaining about like missing a day and being like, "Oh, Squeck should have let it be like a grace period," instead of just being like, "This is cool that they did this because it's just here."
Yeah,
It's free stuff,
it's
whatever.
free. If you can't
Not gonna bitch about it that much.
if you can't log into the game or tell someone if you're out of town to log into the game for you or something. That sucks, but you know what? It's free for.
Why would you need somebody else to log in for you? It's a phone game.
If
Don't
you're
you
that
take your
upset-
phone everywhere?
if you're
Do you
that
leave your
upset-
phone when you travel?
If
I've
you
just
go to-
forgotten.
If
I've
you're
been
going to
really
jail, maybe
You know,
you're-
haven't you missed dailies too?
Going to jail.
Some
your
people go to
priority is
jail.
to tell somebody.
Some
to
people go
log
to
in
jail.
and get your fucking
No,
default
no, no,
daily.
no. Hear
Is
me
that
out.
what you're fucking
No,
saying?
Okay, hear
They're
me
gonna
out.
see
Hear
that
me
he's
out.
a
Hear me
gotcha
out.
addict. They're gonna
If-
give him
no,
special treatment.
hear
to
me
bring
out.
his
Ronald,
phone in.
No, if you
Ronald,
go-
when
no,
you go to jail
no.
for grabbing your
For a
crotch in
weekend.
front of a bus full of
For
children,
being a hooligan.
yeah, then you
You're
can
gonna bring
let
this up?
Blart know.
You're gonna bring
to
this
log
up.
in daily.
God.
You're gonna do this to me on the stream. You're gonna bring up the crotch. You're gonna bring up the crotch pull. I'm not gonna go into the
We're
story.
gonna air it.
I'm not gonna go
Let's
into the
not
story.
go into that.
We're not going
Actually,
to.
I have a great
But
idea.
For the record, I thought it was the football team and not the band. Blart, go ahead. Please change the subject.
Cornelius Market has redeemed highlight my message and is asking, he was reminded of the producer Q&A during the stream and wanted to know the one question each of us
Yeah.
would ask the producer.
All right, let me go first. I'm sorry, I gotta jump in line. Number one,
By all means.
Please do.
the last Q&A, I don't know if anybody remembers this. They specifically chose questions of stuff they were already gonna do. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Weapon glosses, something else, and one more.
A good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
if you have
Yeah,
to
I mean,
ask
it's
a
like
correct
a
question, they're
it's a
going to
PR move. I don't really
Yeah,
think
not
they're
gonna take
they're
the
actually
softballs.
going
Right.
for hardballs here.
I
yeah.
actually looked
But
at
keep
that
that in
thread,
mind. But keep that
and
in
none
mind.
of those questions were even in that thread. Josh just wrote all the
Oh.
questions, submitted them.
Well, see,
That's funny.
keep that in mind. Your Q&A probably
Companies
doesn't
are your
matter.
friend, people. They love to do Q&As with you.
If they do answer your question and he's like, "Oh, we're going to consider doing that," that's happening. Whatever he says,
I'm gonna
that's
get some
happening.
water, so you guys answer the question. I'll be right back.
During Q&A stream, what is the one question each content creator would ask the producer? I would ask the producer. I quit. I go ahead to Blart. I go to
Are you,
Blart.
are you
first.
serious?
You jumped the
Okay.
line for this? Are you
Yeah.
fucking
I gotta think
serious?
about- I wanted to
Swear to
make no.
God.
I jumped the line to say that. Jumped the line to say last time everything he answered came true. So that was my whole point. I would ask him, can we get like bikini skins? Right? Is that cool?
Nice. No, that is good. Well, the first question I would ask if I didn't know that it already is being asked several times. I checked the Reddit thread and like 7 different people asked this already. Was are the producers considering some way of cleaning up the or considering kind of further refinements to the UI to make it a little bit less noisy? The key things I think about are the sheer number of numbers that happen, the way the sound effects overlap on brave hits. So like a 16 hit brave attack, you hear that like noise 16 times all stacked up on each other. Some cleaning up there would be nice. And also just the little thing of like with the camera, the fact that your buffs and overheads can just obscure the boss's HP can be inconvenient. And so I'd like to know if they're thinking of ways to refine that. I know I've heard this topic talked about elsewhere, and it's not super likely. I don't think any other gacha game has ever done a number crunch before. But some of the stuff like the sound effects or the just the animation looking or the or the health bar stuff, would little UI fixes like that, are they thinking about that?
I'm sure some of them have done it before.
And you
Show
gotta
me
ask
one.
the softball question
Show me
so
one.
that they can.
I
So that
don't
they can
know.
bump
It
it.
just sounds like an obvious solution. I've never played any other gotchas, so I'm the wrong
Exactly.
person to ask
This is just like what we
they
say
keep
when
getting
BC
bigger.
says.
They keep getting bigger.
Yeah, when what BC says, like, oh, this character is good. What fight? What fight are they good in? I want a
Well, I do
specific
that for
example,
fights. It
not
was
talking
just a
out of your
guess.
ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing is, none of the gotchas I've played have ever gotten smaller, but I don't think I've played a wide enough stretch to be able to have a good sample size. So that being said, DFFOO is an unusual beast in the gotcha world in some ways, so I could see them doing something like that.
Hold on. Look at this.
I think
look at this.
it's yeah, I saw that. That
You
was
see the
scary
cool-
stuff.
You see the cool. They're doing some cool like camera angles during this story chapter. They did like a slow overhead view, like
Yeah.
a little pan. That's kind of cool. Sorry, Blart. Please continue.
Yeah, just I don't expect a number crunch per se, but little stuff like adjusting the audio so that when a character does their 16 hit brave attack, you don't have to hear the
the enemy like hit cry 16 times.
Yeah, because that is an audio noise that like I enjoy the audio design in the game. I enjoy the animations. They're like I'd like to be able to enjoy these things, and so stuff like even like with the numbers, I was wondering if there's like some way to like maybe convert it to like a Star Wars style scroll so that you can see the animations and then just see where the numbers were. Something like that would be better than just having it all in your face like that. I just like to reward the battle log, just something like that.
Battle log, that would be my answer.
And I know you've talked about that before, like comparing it to Final Fantasy 14 or MMOs, where you're able to kind of see the stats and having. I think you've talked about it when talking about characters like Vayne or characters where their contribution isn't immediately apparent or core or something like that. So like, some stuff like that would be pretty neat, right?
Could be cool, yeah.
Yeah, a battle log where you can check during the fight, you can see the last turn. I did a 5 brave hit repeated 4 times, especially for like BT finishers. It repeated 4 times. Here's the damage. Here's all the brave damage. Here's all the HP damage, and then multiplied by whatever you have going on. That was the total. And then at the end of the fight, a breakdown. This probably would never happen. I know that they keep the data is obviously in the game because they're showing it on the screen, but a lot of times based on the camera or based on what's going on, you can't really tell. Jack Slash specifically. Obviously, it's the same back to back to back, but I would like to see in like multiple dumps like that and follow up attacks how much each brave hit did, what the total HP was, and then at the end of the fight, see how much HP damage each character did. That would be my answer. A battle log would be great. Endo.
That was
what?
That was Blart's answer.
Yeah, that was my question. You have to come up with your own, man.
I refuse. I do battle log. I choose battle log.
Look, Ben, Aurelius Marcus spent 100 of his hard-earned channel points.
Hard-earned? Yeah, that takes like 2 minutes, but
you had
actually,
to watch
no, it probably takes longer than
2
that.
minutes, 2 whole American minutes, and you're not going to honor his request.
Okay.
See, this is that goddamn Polgate all over again.
Okay, I will honor the 100 channel points. I was reminded of the producer Q&A during the stream. Just curious, what is the one question that each content creator would ask the producer? Okay, it's not necessarily an update to the game. It's a question. My question would be, what is the decision-making process? It would never be answered, but what is the decision-making process that goes into the new character? Time for a new character, obviously 6 months before they probably debut in JP. So a year and a half before they debut here, they are like, all right, we're about to do a story chapter. Let's brainstorm what's the character we're going to do. What happens in those meetings where someone sits there and says something so historically stupid, like, let's do Ursula. Let's do a side character from the after
Slam
years.
Ursula.
Fuck us, Ursula. And that whole game. What goes into that decision-making process? Are they saying we're going to do some of these little characters no one cares about and then save the big ones for the anniversaries? I mean, there's still some main installment games, main characters that are missing. Obviously, everyone knows the big ones. Nanaki, Red 13, Quina, Amarant. What goes into that decision-making process? Are they just saving them for later? Is it tough to come up with a kit for that character? What is the reason that you give us Ursula and Lloyd and Shukram instead of giving us Red 13, Riku, Amaranth? That's my question. Did Zoe do hers already?
No, I didn't, but mine was pretty similar to yours. I'm curious how they generate the fights and what their process behind drafting those is. So, what do they start with? Do they start with the orb? Do they start with what they want the gimmick of the fight to be? Sometimes I wonder which ones they spend more time on, things like that. Just seeing their drafting process would be very interesting to me as an aspiring game dev one day.
You should ask. You should put that in the Reddit. For me,
I don't think they'll answer that.
Yeah.
I also haven't used Reddit in months, so that's another login there. Password, whole thing.
Mark said he called me out for using Quina and Amarant. Obviously, Final Fantasy IX is my favorite game. He's attacking me personally. I will say you cannot skip Quina because to get into the Fossil Rue, to go from the Mist Continent to the other continent, you have to have Quina. So yes, she is optional up to a point. However, you cannot beat the game without Quina. She is a party character, not like I think you can skip Yuffie, right? Or Vincent?
Yuffie's skippable, but she's also iconic. Is the thing.
Oh, fuck out of here! I gotta use the bathroom.
Did you see that entrance in?
I gotta go. I gotta go. You guys talk about this question more, and I'll be right back.
It was a very good entrance. Anyway, Mino, if you're still here with us, you want to toss you an opportunity to answer Aurelius' question if you'd like.
Nah, I'm not.
All right, no worries. So yeah, what else we got going on here? So we talked about Fran. We've talked a lot about Fran. We've talked a lot about Jegran. I'm sorry, I was looking at the screen. Fran. I'm trying to think if there's any other. I had like another question in my head. Oh yeah, it was about like if the if they are looking into ways to actively improve the monetization of the game, because I feel like that's something that it's been talked about in the past before as well. Though it just we want to spend money on this game that we like, and so Squex take our money. Mark said, have you talked about the 20 Ruins Ultimate Nuggets in the co-op shop? Hold on. Is that a thing? Am I here by myself?
No, I'm here. I just didn't really
No,
have any.
I'm just gonna check real quick. Hold on, let me take a look into that co-op shop.
Oh shit, Raw left. I'm so sorry. I was looking at this.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, carrying the show here.
For once, guys, you were carrying the show.
If you want to go ahead and check the co-op shop, you will see that there are 20 Ruins Ultima Nuggets available for a staggering 1,500 gold co-op tokens. That is a good reason to grind 50 tickets too.
Wait, what? What is it? What's happening?
The co-op shop for this event has 20 BT nuggets. That is.
How many BT tokens is that? One? I mean, BT.
That's one ingot, right? Am I crazy? Is that one ingot?
I said tokens, ingots.
It's one nugget.
There's a nugget ingot in this.
No, it says a stock 20 for one Ruins Ultimate Nugget. I always forget about the names, but yeah, no, this you could exchange these for one ingot. Yeah, you can get 20 nuggets for an ingot. Thank you, Mark, for confirming that math.
That's actually cool. That's one thing. That is one thing that kind of surprised me so far is everybody was a little worried about like there's Fran's butt. I'm gonna take a moment.
Keep being classy here, I see.
The BT realization materials, I was very worried about not having enough, and unless you're greening people left and right, I mean we get a lot, but it's still to get that in a co-op shop. That's very nice. I appreciate that.
It will take a whole lot of runs. Our retro gamer dad is pointing out he's correct. It's gonna ready your books, guys, and consider greening Jegran so you can blast through this co-op even quicker. If you get me to 100 subs, it'll make my life easier now. Jesus.
Keep walking, baby. It'll work.
I kind of hope it doesn't. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't suppose we have any JP players in our chat who could confirm. I'm guessing that this was not something that happened in JP. I'm
90% sure this did not happen in JP, or there would have been buzz about it, but could be wrong. I was not playing JP at the time.
Global supremacy. Global supremacy. That's why we play.
Global supremacy.
That's why we play not the beta version. We play the real version. Global supremacy. Please continue.
Yeah, that's some pretty neat and exciting stuff there. Got decent reason to run the co-op shop. I hope the co-op's just one wave.
How many do you have to? Oh, Yoshi Pasta says they did have this. Boo.
Okay, they have
Okay,
it. Never
yeah, they
mind.
did. Okay, cool. All right, that's handy to know. And
Lord-
Once again, talking
Lord-
on my ass.
Lord Touch
trusted JP source Zoey feeding us the misinformation
JP
from the
source
future.
for all
you
of 2
started
months.
playing JP? Like, what the fuck happened?
Well, no, I lost my account and then I've been lazy to get it back. I'll get it back eventually. I'm gonna move and then I'll be like not busy again.
Trusted lazy source.
How do I zoom out on a? I don't want to say what it is, but not on my phone. How do I zoom out and look at how much I have left? Does anybody know? How do I zoom this? Oh, there you go. Nope.
On BlueStacks, there you just had it, didn't you? You have to like, don't you have to like, I forget. I haven't used BlueStacks in forever.
Well, I'm wasting time just by checking.
Just
so I'm
click
gonna-
the events. I'll
just
get there
gonna keep going.
eventually.
I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, Farfanugan. Crystal Chronicles. Mark says that there is confirmation of a green-blue Jegran in our Discord.
I mean, we knew there was going to be at least one guy, so it's not too surprising.
Is it a diehard Crystal? Here, join this Discord, you guys. Be nice if you join it.
Let's
That's
get
where we
rid of
all.
that
That's
real
where we all
quick.
met each other. Crystal Chronicles. It is the only, to this day, the only DFFOO podcast. You got DFFOO shows. You got DFFOO streams. You only got one podcast. That is our podcast. Join TCC. It's our community's podcast. The Discord's there in the chat. I want to see who it was. Who greened and blued Jegran?
Who could have done something like that?
Somebody tell me who it was before I get to it, and then I'll try to temper my reaction.
It is
Oh,
Parrot.
there it is. There it is. It's Parrot. Okay. Well, Parrot said he was going to do that. So, well,
I mean,
Who the
it
fuck
was
is
wrong.
Parrot?
I think his
A
actual,
relatively newer person, I thought.
yeah, he
I've
said
seen him around.
he's been saying he was going to do that because he loves the game. So, hey, more power to him. He also included
Mark has been proven wrong. There is at least one person who played the game and is playing DFFOO and liked the story, so it's always one.
Well, good for him. He did put an F with it, so he knows it's probably not the best decision. But you gotta support your favorites. I mean, I'll break character for one moment. Zidane, was he the best?
He's not a
green?
character.
Was
Why do
he
you
the
keep
best
saying
green?
that?
Was he the best green?
No,
No. Is
not
he?
even close.
No. Was he the best green of the
No.
first month? No.
No,
he
he was
wasn't.
the worst.
He wasn't. But
Was he the best green that day?
all right, shut up. All right, enough. Somebody. I've
Like
got
that
to my
minute
limit.
that he released?
All right, I've got to my limit of Mino. Okay,
he was probably a
I'm
better
trying to
green
be-
for the Pandemonium fight, right?
I'm trying to be
Yes,
legitimate.
maybe.
I'm trying to be legitimate.
Yeah, he was. For Pandemonium, he was the best green, and then after that, I would say no.
Okay.
Actually, no, Zidane was good for his cycle. That's
God
fair.
almighty.
I think Zidane was better than Ishtola for his cycle.
Point being, rep your favorites. If it's your favorite, that's great. But if you are actually looking into how a character stacks up and how useful it will be moving forward, you're gonna want to avoid Jegran. But good for Parrot, man. Good for Parrot. Do you, man?
I mean, that's the thing here is we talk about how bad these BT pluses are. There's kind of a counterpoint to it that I have. Objectively speaking, Jegran is pretty shitty, and I wouldn't endorse greening him. That said, if he is like a character you really like and he's your favorite, me telling you not to do it because he's bad mechanically isn't going to stop you. I can say this because I have both Bane and Golbez greened, so I know this from experience. That being said, the thing about the whole green thing, there's kind of a push, there's a tension, because on the one hand, it's a fairly limited resource, so you do need to be somewhat planful in how you use it. I've started saying, everyone has enough. We have enough resources. You can do one meme green and get away with it. It's not going to ruin your account. But while they're plentiful, and you have to be careful how you spend them, at the same time, what matters at the end of the day is that clear screen, being able to clear the content, get the victory screen. And if you're using And if you're able to get that clear with Zidane, with Vayne, with Golbez, with Jegran, you're going to be able to do. They're all usable enough that you can do that. Even like the set, Toto, Golbez, the really like shitty BT pluses are going to be bringing a BT plus effect, which is strong enough that you're going to be able to make this character work through the content that we're going to be seeing. And as a result, while we're saying, this character is bad and don't do this, if you do it, you're going to live. You're going to be able to clear content. I mean, it's going to have to take a tremendous amount of mismanagement of resources to end up with a point where you say, wow, I have Green Jagron, and it actually has made it like my gameplay worse for it because I can't afford all the good characters that this important character I needed, and I can't clear the content. And good night, Retro Gamer Dad. Good luck with the kids. But yeah, people get very focused on optimal, and when they talk about characters and what should be done, good and bad, they talk about Machina and Null coming up. If you're able to clear the content with the character, that's okay. Like I've at this point cleared every Lufania Plus that has come out since Vayne was released with Vayne. I don't regret that because I think greening Ace would have been better for me. I think greening Jack would have been better for me. But Vayne has been doing me just fine with his power level. I've been enjoying it, and I'm having fun with the game with that. So I think there is kind of something to be said for Jegran sucks, don't do it. But if you're going to do it, you'll live. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it's if you have a very limited roster and you're struggling with content already, did you hear that laugh? Did you guys hear that X-Death laugh? Yeah, baby.
There it is.
If you're struggling with content and you're really tight on resources, then definitely pay a lot more attention to well thought out, well put together character evaluations by people who know what they're talking about, because it could, shoot you in the foot. But like Bart just said, you should be fine. You'll be fine. If it's a character you like Jegran, you want to green him, you'll be all right.
At the end of the day, the only way you can mismanage your resources, I feel, in this game is if you spend in such a way, like you spend gems in a way that doesn't play to pity, and so you end up with a lot of misses. If you miss a lot of characters, then that's no good. You're in trouble then because you spend resources and don't have characters. If you have the resources, you spend them and you get units, regardless of who these units are. Unless I guess if you invest purely in reruns, then you're in trouble. But like, units in this game translate to the ability to clear content, no matter who they are.
Yeah, we're getting some, I hate to interrupt, we're getting some, legit action scenes right now. Yuri was, sneaking around. Jegran caught him and blew up the thing he was hiding behind. Charlotta showed up and, hit him with an attack. I mean, we're getting dynamic camera angles.
I don't want to, Yuri, he's pretty powerful. I saw Babylon did a run of Yidulfenia where Yuri totally carried the team.
I forgot Yuri existed. Honestly,
I did too, and then he brought him in, swapped him out for a BT character, and went to town. It was great.
Well, that's usage. It counts, baby. This game, you got so many options, man. This is one of those games where there are so many options at every role coverage slot. Is each character the best at that slot? Obviously not. However, with a well-balanced roster, you can make some poor decisions, or decisions based on fun, or based on what you like, and be completely and totally fine. It's not life or death, but the real takeaway is Jegran sucks. He sucks eggs.
He does. He's very bad. He's probably not someone you should spend resources on if you're asking, should I spend resources on this guy?
Yeah, he sucks eggs. I've been asking for an hour straight. Someone please, for the love of God, put in chat Jegran's skill 2 breakdown. Because when you actually read it, I saw it today in the TCC Discord. It is mind-boggling. It looks like a late chaos skill. I believe that it is a single dump split. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that Jegran's skill 2 is a single dump HP
Correct.
split.
That is
it?
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
that is
I want to
true.
say it might,
That is
is it 6 hits or something like that, but yeah.
genuinely
And don't you
genuinely
worry.
awful.
It becomes a double dub split on a
Oh,
C19.
Right.
wow! So you
So,
guys,
so here's the thing evaluating Jegran you have to keep in mind. They're assuming what you've done is they've in order for him to work, they are assuming you greened him, so every time he does an attack, he's also doing his double dump follow-up. So technically his skill 2 becomes a triple dump AoE split, but only for the 6 turns or the 12 turns that his BT and BT plus are active. So it's not great. It's pretty bad. It kind of sucks, but I can see why they made it that way. They're trying to balance it around the fact that at his optimal usage, he's going to have average speed, so he's not going to be chugging through that BT effect, and he's going to have 12 turns of also having the follow up guaranteed, and then the occasional when you stack it. But anything less than that is going to be really shitty. Just single dump split on a damage dealer, really?
it feels bad, man. It's
Bad.
hashtag feels bad, and it does feel bad, man. I do want to shout out some girl, our loyal co-host, our loyal moderator. She luck sacked on the free pool Jegran's BT, and she's a diehard.
Oh my God.
Yep, she's a diehard Crystal Chronicles. Crystal Barrack. What game is Shukram from?
Crystal Bearers, you got it.
She's a diehard Crystal Chronicles fan, and she got his BT on the free pool, and then like a couple hundred tickets. Okay, she said she's not a diehard fan, but she kind of likes it, and so she was kind of considering. So, respect to her, she got his full kit with very limited investment, and that's a win-win. She kind of likes the game, wants to kind of play around with the kit, got it for very cheap, including the BT, and now she gets to have fun with it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. These takes that we give you guys are kind of aimed at people who are asking for advice. You're asking for, like, hey, should I do this? Should I do that? That's what the advice is there for. But that's a perfect victory story right there. Some girl kind of wanted it, got a free pool, got in a couple hundred tickets, the whole rest of the kit, and now she gets to have fun with the kit. Enjoy that skill too. Single dump, split HP damage. Should be great.
Meanwhile, I want to shout out Hero Sogeking, who got the LD on the free pull and now is put in a position where it's like, do you invest in Jegran now? Free pulls were a mistake. The one fellow in the Squex chat, he was right. Free pulls were a mistake.
Rip, I got Jegran's LD on the free. No. The answer is here, Soga King. You've been around for a long time. I don't know your roster inside and out, but just from the amount of time I've seen you in the community, I think that the answer is definitely no. Do not invest, because A, he's not worth anything without his BT. So you would have to invest heavily. Kind of touched on that at the beginning of the show, but you have to make him work. You have to invest in him heavily. You need his blue armor. You need his BT green. So do not invest. I think you just chalk that one up to, hey, use him for the CQ and move on. I'm a vet and a millionaire. Oh, shit. Yeah, do whatever you want then. I mean, if you're a millionaire, it doesn't really, if you think his kit looks kind of fun, you can have fun with it at least.
You can flex on pores with it. You can set the green.
It is I think it is a flex to have a green-blue Jegran. I think that should count as a flex.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know he was a millionaire.
Being a millionaire, it doesn't really increase the number of... okay, yeah, you can pity the books if you wanted to really prove me wrong, but, like, it doesn't really make you able to green more people if you wanted to be careful about that. And that's the weird bit about recommending Jegran is, like, in addition to recommending Jegran, you'd also have to recommend him greening him. And that's where it's like, yeah, but that green could go towards Machina or Eject or even
As a new player, Texas size, I would stay away from Jegran. That's what I would do.
Completely avoid.
Yeah.
100% every time. But here's
Are
a
you close to the Are you close to the Luffy?
No, not even barely close. I'm not sure.
We might not get to it.
I really
tonight.
don't. I don't think we will, which really sucks. But we'll do our best to get there, and then I'll just blow it up with 3 greens. I do want to kind of comment on something I just saw in chat. I'm burping and hiccuping at the same time. Gabalon, friend of the show, said, I admit the game isn't very good. It's just a fun ride. And then some girl agreed. I want to push back on that a little bit. I think this game is incredible. I think for what it does.
They're talking about Crystal Bears,
Talk about
dumbass.
Crystal Bears. Oops.
Yeah, that game sucks ass, dude. For sure.
Making lower their guards than going for the kill.
Oh man, thank you guys for saving me from going on a rant about how good the rates are in DFO and how easy.
Yeah,
it is to maintain.
I'm really glad we didn't have to hear that personally.
That was about to be. I had like a 5-minute rant, like locked and loaded, ready to blast off on all these poor people about how the
really
game
had
is fun. Yeah.
If you really had to like go on a big rant about how great DFO is on a show with 3 people playing DFO about DFO to an audience who is all basically here to play DFO, I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. I'm not afraid to be controversial. Okay. I was gonna be controversial.
Controversial take that we enjoy.
Some girl said, "Raw, I'm impressed in how strong your opinions are about games you've never played or seen in your life." It's on the Wii, and it only sold 75,000 copies. I don't have
Something has to sell to be good now. That's what we're saying.
Oh, here we go.
Capitalism
Hipster
works.
Hour. Let me change the name of the fucking stream to Hipster Hour. No, it doesn't have to sell to be good. Tell me what makes Crystal Cross.
You're a hardcore music fan. Not all that music sells.
That's actually a great point. All my favorite bands play in bars like 15 years into their career, and then they go from show to show in like a truck or a van and sleep on people's floors. So yeah, it doesn't have to be popular to be good, but Crystal Chronicles sucks. Crystal Bears? Isn't it called the Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bears? Am I wrong? It's called Final Fantasy, the Crystal Chronicles, comma, the Crystal Bears.
Colon, Crystal Bears. The
Is that
Crystal
right?
Bears.
But it is a Crystal Chronicles like.
Yeah, it's a Crystal Chronicles game. It's the same lore.
Right. Okay.
Crystal Bears.
But it's the Crystal Chronicles first. Here's the complete name: Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bears.
Yeah.
Bears like the animals.
99 cents at your local game store because they can't
I
get
said
approval.
bearers.
I'm very consciously not saying bears.
Bears. Is that not bears?
Yeah, bears like the animals.
Crystal Care Bears. Nice one, Lyra.
No, it's bears plus bears. Am I saying that too quickly? Bears.
Crystal
I don't know.
Bears?
It is.
Anyway.
It's 10:11, and we are. Let's see how far away we are from the Lufania.
Are you at the Chaos yet? Have you gotten the Cosmos?
No, we got.
No?
We got all that. I don't think we're gonna make
Oh,
it.
man.
I really.
Wait,
don't
have you
think...
been doing every node?
You have to do every node.
Oh my god.
Not like extra nodes like
Don't have
that.
to play the little ones. You can just go to the fight. We could have been here. Well, maybe not. It's pretty long to do a story chapter on stream.
This is supremely disappointing.
What do you guys think? Should we hold out for the Louvre or call it pretty soon?
Let's give it 15 minutes. This is my vote.
Yeah, we still got a few minutes.
Give it.
Certainly.
I'm gonna try to rush it here. If there's any optional side splits,
Skip the small ones. That's what
Yeah.
you should have been doing from the beginning.
I didn't realize I wasn't. But at this point, in 12 to 13 minutes, if we're not right there at the Lufania, we'll have to call it. But if
You
we
can
do
probably
get
get there.
if we do get there, don't worry. I'm going to just destroy it with the most broken team, just so that we can.
From what I remember, for this one is a stacking debuff. And you can do that with a call. So Kurasame call, I believe, hits the orb on this one.
Wait, the orb is what now? It's just
It's to have more than one stack of a debuff on the boss.
Oh wait, call it? Okay, I thought it was that you to apply a stack debuff. That's way different.
I thought it was to hold it, and then the boss is to take turns.
Oh no, clarify. It's not that I did like research and found out. All I knew is involved stack debuff, and I said to myself, well, okay, that makes sense. To prevent Kurasame from invalidating the entire fight, I'm sure that what they're going to do is make it so you have to apply
Pretty sure people just ran Kurasame call.
Welcome to garbage time. This is the official start. This is the official start.
It is the start. It's true.
Jegran sucks.
Oh, you've been keeping your Sync Saga going. That's fun, Aurelius. I've been using her a little bit too.
Sosageki!
That's good.
Gonna try and continue my 1%er saga.
Leo.
I gotta say, like I've been really enjoying just like pressing a whole bunch of BT plus buttons and turning my brain off. I can't say I'll enjoy it 6 months from now. I'm not gonna go that far, but I have been enjoying it for the time I've done it so far.
Yeah, I did a one run the other day just for fun of triple green. It feels great. It feels really good to just press all the BT before you even do a BT phase. Get 3 BT effects up and running and just absolutely dominate. It feels really good. It's going to get boring, I'm sure. If anybody here, I think everybody here probably knows garbage time. It is the upcoming period where content, unfortunately, does not keep up with character power creep. So characters that you get, characters you already have, are a little bit too strong for the content, and it doesn't catch up for like 6 months. So this. Go ahead.
For those of you unfamiliar with the term, because I always see people unfamiliar with it getting kind of up in arms about it. It's called garbage time as a reference. It's a sports term for basically the very end of the game when it's already been decided. The score is so lopsided that there's no threat of an upset, and so you just kind of send out your backup players, your bench players, your rookies to give them some time on the field because it doesn't really matter. It just you're kind of running out the clock until the end of the game. So that's where the term comes from. It's not to say, oh, the character coming out during that time that you like is garbage.
Yeah, for all you
Anyway,
nerds who
carry
don't
on.
watch sports, it's kind of like when Wake Forest is losing in the ACC championship to Pitt so badly that it doesn't matter, and so the rest of the game is garbage time.
Here it goes.
Thanks for bringing that up, Blart. Yeah, that is what it is. It's from sports, and it sucks.
If we could get a few more subs, all costs go directly to Raw's therapy for the Wake Forest season this year.
I apologize to any of the denizens or the visitors in Charlotte who may have been.
We're not going into that. I will tell everyone the only detail I'll go into is that I told Mino personally. I actually called him on his cell phone, not on Discord. I called his personal cell phone number and we talked about it for hours. And I said, "Hey, the things happened. I was very emotional because Wake Forest lost. Things happened." And he said, "Your secret's safe with me, buddy." That was a quote from Mino. He said, "Your secret's safe with me. I understand. It's something you're passionate about. You made a mistake. There's video of it. So what? Things happen. I will always have your back, buddy." Another quote from Mino. Sure enough, we get live on Twitch. All of a sudden, that vibe changes, and he's thrown me to the wolves and said that I'm a crazy drunk asshole. That's how Mino treats me. If anybody has any questions about that, you can DM me. But I don't need therapy because you know what? We did great. We did great all season. We had one.
We'll have to save this for the sports stream that we'll have later in the week.
Is that going to be one of our weekly flavors? We can do some sports talk.
Yeah, we'll do
sports talk.
I'll do like bets, like over unders and favorites, and who you should bet on. That's coming later. But for right now, we are struggling painfully through the longest story chapter in the history of the game.
They're all pretty similar lengths, aren't they?
I think this feels long because we're all watching Raw and being
We're
like, "Is this
slowly
done yet?"
watching somebody else click through it, yeah.
I'll
Raw
click.
Life, a fan, Aurelius, asks you, do you play fantasy football? Dude roast. Okay, 3 leagues. Wow.
Yeah, I'm in.
Don't know what I expected there.
Yep, there it is.
Aurelius, I'm in 3 leagues. Playoffs started this week. I did not make the playoffs in any of the 3. So the technical answer to that question is not anymore. My season is already over in all 3 leagues. So whatever.
Oh my god.
So, for the eventual sports stream, you can look forward to the over-unders and recommendations and predictions that we'll all be giving you.
Yeah, because they're obviously good. I
Numbers don't lie.
I had some bad Aurelius. I had some bad injuries. I had some people miss games, and now I'm out of the playoffs. So that happens. But yeah, the live stream.
Rock, can you skip
sports,
through the story if we're gonna get to the Lufenia?
honestly, I don't think there's any way we can get there.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm gonna pull it out like a little bit. Look, but I think it's a
Done
lost
deal.
cause at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Very fair.
We got yeah, it's not happening.
So,
No, we're not even at the Cosmos. Yeah, let's call it quits while we're ahead.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, this will be the first. This will be the first live stream where you didn't get to see a phenomenal Lufania run from me, the best DFO player in the world. But next week, I promise we'll probably do a challenge run of this, and then do. Is there any other fights coming up in the next week?
I completely forgot to look at the schedule.
Maybe.
I know Machina is coming like in 2 weeks, but this week.
Yeah, we're just too far. We're just too far away from the Lufania Plus, but we'll do it next week.
No, you're close. Event's short. You only have like 3 more fights to get through.
Titus BT or Zidane BT. If whoever that person is, I just used your friend unit. Zidane. The answer is Zidane BT. Number 1, Titus can't even be greened, man.
Yeah.
It's Arden. Whoever this Arden is, if you're in the chat. Zidane. Wait, what is this riff? Hold on.
I heard that the boss music that they used for Jegran was pretty dope.
Hey. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Well, we can't hear anything, so I do agree that the Crystal Bear soundtrack does have some bangers. I've listened to that in my spare time, but I assume something cool is happening right now.
Gosh, I unmuted the stream for just a second, and it is a goddamn riff fest in there. I'm actually really enjoying that.
Yo, Sameki, is this in the game?
It's all on YouTube, too. The OST is there. And
This is riffs right now.
I would assume there's Crystal Bears music for the Crystal Bears character, is my guess.
Okay, yeah, so the next event is going to be Saz. I believe that's a mission dungeon. And then after that, we have Fran's event dropping. It's the next story chapter, but that'll be featuring Fran dropping I want to say the Monday of our stream. We can watch live, click his way through a bunch of story notes again, unless we want to go into the mission dungeon with him.
Yeah, now that we learned our hard lesson, if it's a story mode, we're going to have to skip the story. There's too much stuff going on. Is she in the story mode, or does she get like a lost chapter? She gets a lost chapter, right?
Fran, character who has been in the game for a while already. No, it's a story. It's similar to which one was it? The last story we had, I think the second character in it had got a featured LD, even though they weren't a new character. I forget which. The only right now I'm blanking on any story characters beside Sayador and Jegran, and DeRoja. So I'm sure there's something else in there where there was some kind of story thing where we had to like do something and like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
not important. The important thing is the Fran's coming. It's not a lost chapter. It's a regular story chapter, and she's getting an LD, which a lot of people, self-included, probably are going to pick up at least to be using as a call.
Yeah, she's got a phenomenal call.
Bro, you're being called out here.
Palom run for Lufenia Plus? I don't have Palom, so I can't use him. Sorry about that, Endo. No,
What?
no Palom.
That's the story now?
No Palom on this account, so I can't do it. Sorry for that.
No blue Palom? No blue Palom with LD and EX? None of that sort of thing?
He's blue. I don't know what weapons he has. They have so many weapons in this game. It's hard to, it's hard to keep track of, 15, 35, blah, blah, LD, I've got some of his weapons.
Of course.
I don't know which ones they are, but, yeah, I won't be able to use that. I'm going to skip this, but I still don't think there's time to get to the Lufania. But we'll be back on Monday, right? Something's going to happen.
Indeed.
So you said Fran's going to be here before next Monday?
I think Fran will be on next Monday. Saz will be before next Monday.
The God Emperor, Saz.
Back. He's returned.
Yo, 3,400 gems. Instant. Beautiful. All right, well, we'll be back next Monday. I think we're going to go ahead and call it. We got all the hot takes out of the way. We talked about Jegran. We'll do the Lufania next week. Zoey, tell the people.
So, I am moving this week, and my living situation is going to be a little bit in flux for a while. I'm going to be pretty busy settling in and everything. So I, unfortunately, as the title has said, am pulling a Machina. I am leaving the party mid-campaign, mid-story, but I will be back eventually. I think it'll probably be a couple months is my guess, but it might be shorter. So, yeah, it's been really fun, and see me around, so it's not buy or
Who's
anything.
replacing you?
That is a good question. I believe the standing offer is for Maggie. Makes the most sense, in my opinion, but...
So Maggie will be joining us probably next week, and going forward, we'll keep you updated as to the future state of the live stream. But
yeah, this is like the official stream losing Crystal. What's even the point anymore?
Honestly, you're not wrong, which is why I'm not telling you what our plan is to keep the suspense going. You're gonna have to tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel, to find out.
Zoey is not gone. Zoey has other things to do. She's gonna be touching
This is how it starts, right? Like Belial and Vayne Novus.
Every time
Dreamy.
Every time Zoey
will be back.
Every time Zoey has a Monday night off, she wants to come on. She will be here. When she's not here, we will be probably having Samegi join us a little bit. We'll have a rotating cast of great characters. But she'll be back, and we all love Zoey.
This is where, like, when Mino left TCC, and they just had guests every week.
Honestly,
just random.
Yeah, and what's the state?
Fill the hole.
Right. And what's the state of it now? You're back.
Yeah, I never recovered from that.
You're back. No, he's back, baby. He's back. So, things happen. We're in flux, but Zoey is not leaving. She's doing her thing. And she'll be back whenever she likes to be back. Blart.
Won't be too long.
Yeah. Blart, how you doing? Tell the people goodbye.
I mean, I'm still here, but I will say that, this isn't goodbye, this is see you later. We'll hear you later.
Oh, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. Mark said, why not have 8 people on? Yeah, next week we should have about 9 people, all talking at the same time, non-stop for the whole stream, because that's... Hey, baby, that's show business.
That's show business, baby.
That's show business, baby. Mino, you've been in and out throughout the night. Do you have anything to say that's polite? He's not even here. Perfect. All right. We'll see you guys on Monday next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next week. See ya.
Adios.
See ya.